Number 42, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Okay, what?
File select.
Yeah, no kidding. This is the best Sonic the Hedgehog video game ever made. It's packed to the brim with content, including 2 story modes, 3 gameplay styles, a boss rush, kart racing, multiplayer activities, and of course the Chow minigame, kind of like a version of, I don't know, Tamagotchi, which is basically enough to be its own game. You'll play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Dr. Eggman, and Rouge the Bat in either 3D versions of a usual Sonic stage, those are the best ones, mech fighting stages, or treasure hunting stages, which are the worst by far. There's 5 medals to earn per stage, and then more medals to earn in extra modes, including the kart racing and Chow modes, so you have to get all A's on all the medals to get another medal. And if you do all that on every stage, you get all the extra medals, you unlock the Green Hill Zone in 3D. I'm pretty sure I'll never unlock this because, well, I'm married now, I have a kid coming. There is no chance I will have time for this again until retirement. And the way things are looking, I'm not about to retire in this life either. I'm not much for 3D platformers, there's not going to be many on this list, but what this one did was prove that quick craft stages where you're tasked with getting to the end of the level, rather than trying to find an object, a star, and make it fun. If anything, I just wish there were more Sonic stages in it. They're definitely the best part. And Chow breeding can also be a major time sink, and that provides a ton of content. It took me a long time before I settled down enough to actually unlock all the different Chow gardens, but having done that, I better never lose this memory card. Or 41, Warioware Inc. So I haven't really touched on the Game Boy Advance much on this list. I never did get a lot of games for it, and mostly used mine to play e-reader. Anyway, Warioware Inc. is one of the best Game Boy Advance games I did play. This takes the concept of minigames, like a Mario Party, and twists it further by compressing them into about 3 seconds. In particular, the retro Nintendo Micro games are some of the most fun gaming experiences on the go that you can have, especially when the speed ratchets up and they throw one after another at you. And I know based on this list, I'm really pulling a shocker by saying I like the retro Nintendo minigames. This was a must-get for me. I'm really glad I didn't manage to get it when I didn't have a big Game Boy Advance library, especially back in the day. But as a bonus with this one, you can even unlock Dr. Wario on here. Dr. Wario is, a GBA port of Dr. Mario, so you get that too. This is perfect for portable gaming.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
Is number 40. So every time I play this game, I find out that I still have characters to unlock. This always surprises me, but the roster is so massive, especially for the time period. I understand the new Smash Brothers games have millions of characters, so I guess it shouldn't surprise me I'm still unlocking people. It's not balanced. It's a 3-on-3 arcade fighting game with beautiful visuals and fun, unique characters. I'm not really a Marvel guy, even though you're seeing here I've decided to use all Marvel characters for this playthrough, but I don't see the movies or anything either, and I definitely wasn't a Marvel guy back then, when no one was, so anyone outside of the big superheroes was a mystery to me. But I was and am a huge Capcom fan, but even so, there's plenty of obscure characters here, there's this little Red Riding Hood looking character who's apparently in some kind of fighting game that we don't get a lot of here in the States. But the best addition for me here is Jill Valentine from Resident Evil getting a crack in this game. So the Dreamcast is in general a little underrepresented on this list for how much I like it even to this day. I'm glad that this section of the list was full of Dreamcast games, but whenever I'm going to play Dreamcast, it's usually still this game. This is an all-time classic, one of the best fighting games ever, bar none.
Mlb Power Pros.
Number 39, Mlb Power Pros, 2008. It's kind of a weird one here. This baseball game with the chibi graphics is probably the most fun representation of the sport ever made. There's an RPG mode where you come up from the minor leagues that I beat the second time I ever played it, and then later learned it's actually pretty darn hard because I've never really done it since. But you don't have to. You can also play the MLB Life RPG mode. Yeah, there's 2 RPG modes. As a player that basically merges Harvest Moon with baseball. I'm serious. Like, you get married, you hire an agent, you develop friendships with the players. Certain players like different restaurants more. You have to train, you develop hobbies. This all happens in a baseball game. And somehow, despite the cartoonish appearance of the players, some of them, like Jose Bautista, look exactly right. I don't know how they did it. My roommate in college, T.O., hit like 100 home runs with Albert Pujols in a season. So it's not exactly a simulation style, and in fact, like, you do way too well when your player's on an upswing, but it's a lot of fun. I think if you enjoyed Ken Griffey Jr. Presents Major League Baseball, and I think most people really did, and were looking for, like, what's the version of this, what's the closest thing to this that happened later, I would check out MLB Power Pros 2008. It's really a fun arcade-style baseball game that adds in all these other extra features to really make it worth your while. I mean, this game just did it right. Number 38, Mario Kart Double Dash. So Double Dash isn't everyone's favorite Mario Kart game. I get that, but guess what? You're wrong. Okay, seriously, here's the thing. This one was built without online play, even though online play is technically possible, but that's a different topic that would take us way too long. And it was built without online play in mind, so the game you're getting today is the game you got the day it came out. Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart DS were both better when they came out, but once a big chunk of their appeal was removed, you're left with really good games that aren't what they used to be. Double Dash won't age. The gimmick here is that you get 2 characters per kart, so you can get different special moves and have different drivers situationally. For the first time, you can also race in different karts for different attributes. Get 3 friends, play this game, and you'll still have a great time with it today. This includes series mainstays like Baby Park and my favorite course ever, Mushroom Bridge. Check this one out, it's still fantastic.